It's the Blackboard. AKA Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, it must be on only one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. And from the newsreel, we always endeavor to keep it real. This is the Blackboard, aka Kukushunamo, and I'm most excited to be with you. Now, without much ado, my brother, my sister, today we have some very interesting news that will blow your fuse. And I need you to come close, my brother, my sister. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is taken from Graphic Online, the national communicator. And he says, I did not mean to disrespect Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Kufuor, and other presidents. Napo. I read, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, the running mate to the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, has issued a clarification regarding his recent remarks about the performance of President Akufo-Addo compared to all former presidents. Dr. Prempeh alias Napo has said his comments were intended to reflect his personal opinion about President Akufo-Addo's impact in comparison to other presidents in Ghana's history. Now, in his statement, Dr. Prempeh stressed that he never intended to denigrate the legacy of former President Dr. Kwame Nkrumah or any other former head of state. He specifically mentioned his respect for his grand uncle and mentor, former President John Agyapong Kufuor. My statement last Tuesday, 9th July, in Kumasi on the performance of President Akufo-Addo has elicited varied reactions, the statement said. The statement reflects my personal opinion about President Akufo-Addo's impact relative to other presidents we have had. I wish to emphasize that I never meant to disrespect our former president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, or any of our former heads of state, including my own grand uncle and mentor, Mr. John Agyapong Kufuor. I note the concerns raised after my statement. I apologize sincerely and regret any discomfort caused. The Dagomba people have a saying, which I would like to share with you with all respect. They say, and I quote, I do a jargo, I do adama. The Hausa people have the same saying in Hausa. And you know how they say it? Nka haifu wawa. Ka haife machiyinka. Those who don't understand Agbani and do not also understand Hausa, let me translate it into English. It means a father who gives birth to a fool has given birth to his enemy. My brother, when you listen to a man speak, you don't need the dictionary to tell where he's coming from. Whether he's coming from the land of the wise or from the land of the idiots. I am hurt. My brother, my sister, Mahmoud Bawumia had his hands twisted behind his back to be politically correct and appoint this villain called Napo. A dentist who doesn't remember the last time he saw another man's teeth apart from his own teeth. There are some dentists, when you look at their teeth, you never ever aspire to be a dentist. One of such people is Napo. My brother, my sister, can I go deeper into this? It's a shame on whoever was there at the time Napo was mentioning these degrading words on our founder and first president of this nation, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and they still sat down there and listened to him. As for Nana Akufo-Addo, you will remain the worst president this nation has ever had. As for Nana Akufo-Addo, Satan is waiting for you with a hard on, big like timber, waiting to sodomize you in hell. As for Nana Akufo-Addo, in fact, you are a disgrace to this nation. You know why I said that? And I will not apologize for this. You stood there, sat down there. Thank God this time around you were not sleeping. And watched a villain, a disappointed dentist, turned dirty politician to utter dirty words on the founder of this land. You were one time a member of the CPP, a card-holding member, a card-bearing member of the CPP. You applauded the virtues of Kwame Nkrumah until Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown. And all of a sudden, you became a chameleon, chameleoning your way into the UP tradition. To God be the glory. Listen to this deeply. You sat down there and watched Napo, listen to Napo praise you and demean the very first president of this nation. Can you honestly compare yourself to Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? If I were Nana Akufo-Addo, I would immediately rise and go to the podium, ask to be given the microphone for a second to say that no, or look for a better opportunity same time. It's like in parliament and in other meetings when people are discussing something, there is something called point of order. Whatever whoever is saying is not material at that point. It doesn't make sense at that time. Your hand is up on the point of order. Everything must stop for you to put things right. How could you sit down there and watch a man denigrate your father in front of you? It is only an idiot, my brother, my sister, who would walk into a gathering where people are praising him and denigrating his own biological father. That's why I started by saying, a father who gives birth to a fool has given birth to his enemy. You have tried all this while to degrade Kwame Nkrumah and to push away his heritage. And look at the dirty, stinking apology that this guy brings. Nobody wants this dirty apology. This is an apology of an apology. When this guy was saying all those things on the podium, he forgot that by pushing somebody down, he was inevitably reducing his own height. They say when you point a finger, the rest of the fingers are pointing at you. He forgot that Kufuor was a former president. Today his apology is going to Kufuor. He says that Kufuor is his mentor. Look at the achievements of Kufuor. Can you compare the achievements of Akufo-Addo to even the achievements of Kufuor? Kufuor was a visionary leader. I criticized him, but I also admired him in so many different ways. Nana Akufo-Addo is a disgrace of a politician, a disgrace of a lawyer, a disgrace of a president. You sat down there and watched a man denigrate you. Now let me go to the flag bearer running mate unveiling of the NDC. A few weeks back, Nana Jane was being unveiled at a certain coffee party in Laboni, somewhere like that, we're told. And one of the Ahoys came out and said that do not ever put aside the fact that you could be president. After all, it happened before in the days of Atta Mills to wit. We all condemned this idiotic statement, a statement that does not make sense, a statement that is debauchery, a statement that is law-belted. My brother, my sister, what did Nana Jane Agyapong do? She did not wait for the meeting to come to an end. She picked up the microphone and she said inevitably, my brother, my sister, what did she say? She said, I am not ready to be president. My duty right now is to be the vice president of the nation, to support John Dramani Mahama to be able to achieve his dreams of a better Ghana. That is how a wise person speaks. Napo Agyapong, that was what she said at her unveiling when a member, a stalwart of the NDC, misspoke. When Nana Akufo-Addo and the rest of them, including chiefs and kings, sat down there and watched a dirty mouth Napo spew out gibberish, and they did nothing. They didn't walk away. They didn't pick the microphone to teach him a lesson that they forgot to teach him at the palace. My brother, my sister. And today, look at the apology he's bringing. I refuse this apology. You know why? This is not the first time Napo is denigrating Kwame Nkrumah. And I've said it time and again on this show. He started off by saying that Nana Akufo-Addo had done better than Kwame Nkrumah in education right here in Ghana. All because Nana Akufo-Addo brought free SHS. He forgot, because he's not a student of history, that Nkrumah started it in his days. It was the Busia government that came to cancel it. If anything at all, Nana Akufo-Addo did probably better than Busia. It's a shame. Look, so many things are coming up, and I'm going to go one after the other at them. My brother, my sister, and I need you to come along. Hey, things are happening in this nation. Now look at this, and I need you to come along. Hey, so many things are coming out of this. Many people are asking Napo to shut up. Others are telling him, in fact, that he will never be vice president of this nation. This one I'm reading from Ghana Web, and he says, you will never become vice president. Ghanaian football coach tells Napo after your Kwame Nkrumah comment. He's extremely arrogant. He has proven to the Otumfuo that the training he had at the palace was not enough. Or he's forgotten all the training. And in front of the Otumfuo, he proved that he's more arrogant than the Otumfuo thought. How can you say, your Kwame Nkrumah, even your Kwame Nkrumah, mo Kwame Nkrumah no, such a dirty mouth dentist. A dentist whose mouth is dirty, my brother, my sister, is not qualified to be a dentist. I read. Ghanaian broadcaster and football coach Nana Agyapong has stated that the running mate for the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, commonly known as Napo, will never touch the seat of the vice president, following derogatory comments about Ghana's first president, Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I know this man talking right now. A lot of them came into the country because of Kwame Nkrumah. The heritage, the wisdom, the legacy. My brother, my sister, I am glad the sons and daughters of Kwame Nkrumah have risen above reproach to discipline the bad mouth, halitosis-filled mouth Napo. It's sad. Many more people are speaking. And when you look at it, it's sad. I'm reading this from my Joy Online, and it says, Napo's apology rubbed salt into the wounds of those offended. And this is an MPP member. His name is Dr. Atta Kennedy. You remember chasing the elephant into the bush? He wrote that book. I read. A political activist and physician, Dr. Atta Kennedy, has expressed dissatisfaction with Matthew Opoku Prempeh's apology over his supposedly denigrating comments about Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Now, the running mate of the New Patriotic Party, the MPP, for the 2024 election, Dr. Matthew Opoku, also known as Napo, has apologized for downplaying the achievements of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah against incumbent President Nana Akufo-Addo. On Tuesday, July 12th, Napo declared that no president had developed the nation like your Kwame Nkrumah against Akufo-Addo. Reacting to the public uproar, Napo, in a statement on Friday, July 12th, that's today, said, the statement reflects my personal opinion about President Akufo-Addo's impact relative to other presidents we have had. Dr. Kennedy, however, expressed disapproval of the way Napo handled the matter, particularly in light of prior concerns about his perceived arrogance. Remember, the whole week before he was named, there were people talking about his perceived arrogance, and actually, I was disturbed because the people who were defending him seemed to give the impression that arrogance is a virtue from some of the comments they made. And one of those people is K.T. Amott. They called Napo's arrogance confidence. Such twerps. These are the people who make the Gen Z not respect older people. It's sad. Especially when you call younger people people with coconuts and not heads. Such villains. They are something in himself. Came out sitting on the golden stool. My brother, my sister, telling everybody that Napo was not arrogant, that he trained him himself. I'm sure the O24 by now is thinking twice. Oh my God. What a disgrace Napo has brought to the palace. If O24 himself can come out and hit his chest and say, hey, where you me ba? Mia na mititino. Oh my God. 20 minutes later, Kwame Nkrumah no. Monfa fremiso, Kwame Nkrumah no. What training did you get from O24? Meanwhile, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, allegedly, that Napo attended, was not built by Akufo-Addo. It was built from the scratch with the help of Nana Prempeh the First, my brother, my sister, by Kwame Nkrumah. I don't know how Napo came by his facts, in quotes, to denigrate Kwame Nkrumah like this. Today he says, all his campaign is about Kwame Nkrumah. I don't know what Kwame Nkrumah has done to Napo. And I said, this is not the first time Napo is talking about Kwame Nkrumah. I would not accept this apology today. I will not accept this apology tomorrow, because the apology is thinking of halitosis from a dentist's mouth. It's a disgrace. And as for those big heads who sat down there and couldn't say a word, as for Bawumia, you are the biggest joker this nation has ever seen. You will be in opposition till Jesus Christ comes. You would only be a president in hell. You are a disgrace, you Bawumia. By all means, he wants to be president. They brought him a man that he probably did not even like. But because of political expediency, he accepted him. His first utterance was a disaster. I knew that Bawumia will lose the election. But now it is overly obvious that Bawumia will never be president of this nation again. After all, they don't even want you. Adrumiso. They are still lurking there saying, Adrumiso. They are the royals. As for you, you came in by default. Bawumia could not even issue a statement. Bawumia could not say anything against this desecration. He's sitting down there and he expects to be president. Ghanaians, I entreat you to do one thing. If you truly love Kwame Nkrumah and whatever he did for this nation, vote these dirty people out of power. I leave you here. Now, the next thing I would like to look at is coming from Peace FM Online, and it says, Mahama is afraid I will expose his empty policies in a debate. Bawumia provokes Mahama. When a man is drowning, he becomes so hopeless, he would even hold on to a straw to stay afloat. Should I say it again? When a man is drowning, listen, he is so hopeless he would even hold on to a straw to stay afloat. My brother, my sister, why is Bawumia so interested in a debate with Mahama? Mahama is in opposition. Why are you so much in a hurry? In fact, it's always been the opposition looking for a debate from the incumbent. Today is the other way around, because they know they have failed. They are drowning. They want to hold on to the last straw. As for Mahama, it's a great opportunity for you to rewrite the history of this country. If I were you, I would spend time in fasting and prayer. I will spend time walking with wise people and not fools. I will spend time already planning how to rescue this nation from bondage and suffrage. When you become president, again, it is an opportunity for you to bring into being the fact that a man is only worth his heritage. When you went into opposition, nobody cared about Mahama. Everybody was looking at what Mahama did, not the personality Mahama. In other words, by your heritage, people remember you. By your heritage, people worship you. By your heritage and legacy, people will keep your name afloat for generations to come. But when you come, and it's all about family and friends, stealing, not looking at the nation, oh my God, oh, what a disaster that would be. Right now, it's been given to you on a silver platter. Napo has been sent all the way from hell, my brother, my sister, to come and destroy this party. It was Kennedy Agyapong's job to destroy this MPP government. But for some reason, he decided to take the back bench, and Napo has come to do the job that Kennedy Agyapong was supposed to do. My brother, my sister, Mahama, don't waste your time debating with a failure. You were the chairman of the economic team. You were the boss of Ghana's economic team. Look at where we are. We are number 6 when it comes to inflation in the whole of Africa. Today, one small tomato is 5 Ghana cedis right here in Ghana. Salaries have not increased. Inflation has demeaned whatever earnings we are getting. My brother, my sister, and you think this is not enough debate to show that you are a hopeless failure? You want another man to come and endorse and authenticate you. If Mahama does this debate, then Mahama himself has no vision. To debate with who? Bawumia. Bawumia. Oh my God. Let Bawumia debate with the press. Invite the press. If you want, you can fill the press conference with people that you bribe, so they come and put the ball in your court. It's a shame. Don't do any debate with a man who was a PhD in noise making. My brother, my sister, so many things are happening in our country. And when you look at some of these things, your heart starts to pound deep inside you. My brother, my sister, it's sad. Everybody is running out of this nation. Nobody wants to live in this country anymore, because the nation has been torn apart by hyenas and wolves. It's sad where we have found ourselves. But God will rescue us. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power.